Hey guys, this is Acedia coming to you live all the way from Times Square, and with me I have
Giuliano.
and
Alex?
and Trump or Biden?
The first one.
Okay, so how do you deal with how other people would bring a lot of hate to that?
I think the media manipulates people.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest issue. I think people should focus more on what we could provide for one another
Yeah.
rather than what politicians could do for us. That's my answer to that.
So what do you mean by what we can provide for one another instead of what politicians can
Well, it's the same scenario, not with just Trump or Biden. I think it's the same with any politician that comes into power.
Yeah.
Is they're telling you what I'm gonna do for you.
Yeah.
First of all, they don't know me or you.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing that I don't like.
Yeah.
They're generalizing. So I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of that. So I think if they focus more on letting us do what we need to do,
Yeah.
then everything should go smoothly.
So do you have an example of us doing what we need to do?
Sure, let open up the country again.
Yeah.
Let the businesses run.
Yeah.
We don't need the stimulus. Get off unemployment. That's it.
Yeah, oh my God. So why do you believe that we don't need the stimulus or unemployment?
Well, it's not that I don't think we need the stimulus or unemployment. I think the country should open back up.
Yeah.
I think that we're all drowning, regardless of, where you're from or if you have a business or not a business. The place needs to open back up, so we could bring in more money. The more money we make, the more money we spend into businesses, and anything the government touches. An example that would be the DMV.
Yeah.
It's horrible. So we need less government being involved and more people doing things that they need to do.
I think that's true. I love how people are getting support right now with like the stimulus and unemployment.
Yeah.
But I also think that we're limiting people so much. Like people can work, people can do so much,
Yeah.
but you're just having them do nothing right now.
Yeah, I 100% agree with. I support. He does the mask thing and all that, but again, as I mentioned, we need the place to open back up. Everybody needs to go back to work. I can admit I got a little bit lazy. I put on a little bit of weight, and nobody wants that.
Yeah. So-
Health. They talk about health. Health is the number one priority, right? So, stay at home and close the gyms. That's not about health. Nobody came out. When was the last time? If they really cared about the people's health, why not focus on McDonald's and all these major franchises and maybe limit them? And tell the people, start working out, focus on yourself, make some money, go work out. Why close at home? We'll give you money, put on your mask, and limit us from the things that we want to do. What happened to the freedom?
So you're right, 100%. There's a limit of freedom, but I would love to ask you, are you a business owner yourself?
No. I recently just finished college.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh my God. And my goal here is there's a lot of division in America right now. I feel like it's always people fighting, whether it's Democrats or Republicans.
Okay.
But I feel like there's a lot of things one side isn't seeing. So what are common misconceptions people have about you as someone who supports Trump?
Well, misconceptions. I personally wouldn't put myself with everybody else that supports Trump because there's far left and there's far right.
Yeah.
And anything that's far, it's never good. An example I like to make, my father-in-law actually voted for Joe Biden, and we still get along. I mean, we all have different beliefs, we all have different backgrounds, we come from different places, but at the end of the day, we should come together as Americans. We share the space here, we live here, we eat here, so it's all about coming together. And the thing with the media and politics is they love the ratings to go up, so they want the people to keep fighting. So, yeah.
So people would say that Trump supporters are racist. True or false?
I disagree.
And how come?
Because the media, like I mentioned, they want people to fight. So if you look at the Republican media, so when I say that I voted or I support Trump, it doesn't specifically mean I love the guy. You can never love anybody, right? There's certain things that I like about his politics, and that's what I agree with. I would say the same thing for somebody that supports Biden. Maybe they don't support 100% of the things that they do.
Yeah.
So it's never a 100% thing. So, yeah.
That's so true. And if someone's fighting with you right now, let's say they're Democratic, how would you approach that right now?
Well, there's no reason to fight. I mean, we all have different beliefs.
Yeah.
So if I would say the same thing, like if you're a different religion than I am, I don't have to do anything to convince you. You have your own beliefs, I have mine. At the end of the day, people voted, they spoke. Whoever got the popular vote, that's who should be president. So.
That's true. And what do you hope the most for the future of our country?
Say it again?
What do you want the most for the future of our country?
What do I want for the future of the country? I want less government being involved. And like I mentioned, people just, I don't like when everybody gets involved into politics like they did this year and the previous year. I think it's not healthy. Any politician that comes on TV and says, this is what I'm gonna do for you, he's full of shit. He's not changing my life, he's not changing your life. At the end of the day, you're still doing what you have to do, I have to do what I have to do. The main thing I focus on is taxes. So I'm not for a tax increase. If the more money I have in my pocket, the more money I spend, the more money I go, if I want to go on vacation, I spend in that country, and then we keep spending in each other's country and the economy just flows like it should.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I
No problem.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Oh my God. That was